Hi guys, Michelle Ochoa here with Divinely Genuine, back in SoCal. Excited to be here. On one hand, because I love the vibe. I love that there's so many more progressive-minded people here, and the love of my life is here. So it's hard to be anywhere else, quite honestly. um, and also, but it's just concerning, like the mass stuff. Like I go to Whole Foods and like every cashier is like being a mask authoritarian. It's like, just give us the freedom of choice, man. The freedom of choice. But I did want to talk a little astrology with you guys and check in. I know I've been inconsistent with dailies and things like that. I've really been on a lot of the healing inner work that I didn't do, though I would talk about it. It's so weird how much deeper it goes. It just goes so much deeper, and it's amazing. And I'm so grateful that I am awakened and have, started more healing and awareness and all the things. And we're in a time where the North Node is in Gemini, so twin-like energy is a big thing. I don't tell you to don't do anything, but it's also relevant to our. Sorry, I keep looking. I'm at like a little play area in Playa Vista, and I notice it helps me think when I'm like looking around like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put my glasses back on, but so like so much of what we learn, I feel we don't integrate, and it's harder, right, for us to integrate. We're so quick to tell others how to live. We're so quick to think about it, but to really pull it down and apply it is what I think we really need to do right now. I know I'm doing that, or trying to, and we're trying to do a lot of things, but prioritizing is a big deal. Spending time in the quiet space within your own being and doing that inner work. I guess I'll join the light workers and call it inner work. Because I'm so blessed. I am so blessed on so many like wonderful spiritual levels right now. And at the same time, I also feel that I haven't been as responsible as I should have financially, and things like this, and now we're like literally here, and I kept going backwards towards like family and things that weren't working, and it's okay, that we do that, but the way you really know your path, besides, if it's not working and being one of those people that's like, I don't care, I'm going to fight for it because it is my family, it is not right, and whatever. Astrology really can bring some great awareness to one's path when it's not flowing correctly, on one hand, and that's how it was for me. And then also, actually applying myself to follow the astrology and not just talk about it with everyone is really where I'm at. But I'm so freaking grateful to have shown the grace and given the grace, and to be as connected as I am to my heart now. There's magic there. It's beautiful. And so I want to encourage you, if your heart is not into it, move on, move along. With this North Node in Gemini, which is a huge teacher for my path, it tells our which direction we're staying progressive, okay? And so it does depend on where it's at in your chart, as far as like how it's affecting you individually. And I would love to offer you a natal chart reading. I have a whole package where you can find those on my website, divinelygenuine.com, and also on my Facebook page, Divinely Genuine. I have a package where I'm incorporating the gene keys as well as human design and a natal chart reading. You can go check it all out if you're interested in learning more about yourself, right? and taking it a little further, because it blows my mind um, at 39 years old to be able to have such a beautiful body, mind, soul awareness that's so literal. I had no clue. And kudos to all the wonderful, beautiful light workers that have been doing this since like before the 2012 shift. Like, I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine what you guys were like. I mean, consciousness is one part of it, and I think that people here in California are blessed because it is a more progressive state, but not everyone, obviously. Like, but it is definitely like more progressive than Texas, where I'm from. I feel like I'm very general with it, but each place has a vibe, you know. Anyway, and so today we have the moon in Cancer. We get to enjoy a moon in Leo this week, which I love so much. My North Node's in Leo, and my Mars is in Leo, and I'm in love with Leos, especially the Leo King. I think that he's just been so great and so beautiful and is doing so much. And he's an astrologer, if you don't know. If you don't know, now you know, you know. An amazing astrologer. An amazing astrologer. An amazing soul. So the North Node in Gemini is causing us to be communicative, to keep it moving. It's mutable air, to learn, right? And it's literally talking about the local environment of our beings too, and being able to connect to those divine connections, that twin-like energy, the divine unions that have been building up, right? So whatever it is, whatever part of your path that you're on, like, please just take time to meditate, take time to breathe. There's so much more than we've been told and shown, and I love that we can all share our gifts and our honesty of our path, you know, honesty of our path. It trips me out how my soul knew so much, and I would agree with what I was hearing, like, yeah, that's on point, and I would share, like, in my older videos. But then it was like, dude, I had no clue how far this goes, and I literally let go of everything. Went into being, not having a home, went into all of this, you know, just letting go of all financials, letting go of my job, letting go of all this. And so on that term, you know, prior, I don't regret letting go of that. Though, because it was just needed. It was needed for me for some reason, you know. Sometimes that happens, but the timing of it's like crazy, because now it's like my morals and my are at risk. Like, I'm not gonna get a job where I have to wear a mask. I don't believe I can do that, and I'm gonna stop avoiding my job of, like, just believe in what we're creating. Astrology is such a divine work. All this healing stuff is, and, you know, the money aspect is really crazy, but we don't need to consumerism it, you know. So if you know any light workers that are hiring, no, I'm just kidding. I gotta chill out. I already know my position, but there's a lot to this, right? There's a lot to. Plus, there's amazing opportunity back home in Texas as well, and it's like so many opportunities everywhere, and it's hard to know where to place yourself, especially with these beautiful divine connections. And the thing about that is, it doesn't even matter. It's like, I want to take that opportunity and move it here to Southern California, because the vibe, like, as a projector in human design, which I'm more like a reflector, which makes me a very good, like, oracle or person to guide you with things. Like, my whole being just freaking absorbs, like, the vibe of wherever I'm at. And you may feel the same, and you may, like, question, like, okay, who am I hanging around? You know, am I picking up on their energy? And, like, the work of, like, remembering crystals and actually using them as healing modalities, I have not been doing. I'll, like, have some in a corner of my room or my house, you know, and then I'd, like, give them away, you know, and I haven't really used them as healing. And after having a tune-up with Tamara Moheller from High Vibe TV, It was like a Reiki master tune-up. Oh my God, she's been doing this for 30 years. You wouldn't think it's like, okay, well, so did you start when you're 7? Because she's so like beautiful. But when that heart center is open and when you're on this path, you begin to aging goes less and less. And there's just so many amazing things. So North Node in Gemini, big deal. And at the point that it's at, um, as says my astrologer, the amazing one, it's really a time for and we just entered spring, so happy new year. It is the new year. Happy birthday, Aries. um, if you would like a free moon sign reading, I do offer that. And it's just an information on the actual moon. It doesn't go into like your personal aspects to your moon or anything, but it goes into the information of having like a moon in Aquarius or a moon in Taurus or whatever it is for you. But this is the spring equinox, right? A couple days ago or yesterday. Time's crazy. And because it's speeding up, but then like it literally is like we're operating on different levels now, and it's just amazing times. But what was I saying? Oh, it's fire right now, and according to my amazing astrologer, the Leo King on High Vibe TV, I hope you guys are tuning in. It's a great spiritual network where you find a lot of high vibe talent. You know, they've understood frequency, they've done the work, they're where they need to be, or you know, and it's always whatever resonates with you. You know, I don't believe he does readings or anything like that anymore. But there's so, you know, whatever resonates with you as far as that. But I can't help but give credit because I do love the shit out of some astrology, but I've been taking this time off and haven't really been continuously learning and progressing with it. And so the last 2 years I've been like letting go, and oh my God, did I get to discover I put myself in some weird situations because, of just the healing path. I didn't realize how unconsciously I was living. It's crazy what people will do for their children and for their families, and what kind of jobs will work, and how we'll devalue ourselves and our spiritual gifts just holding on to those relationships. And my gosh, I thank God so much for my ability to love and to be passionate, and for my soul to know, and for amazing astrologers like David Palmer to be able to pierce closed hearts, basically. Like, I don't, it's like shit. Like, so many things are at play. It's like, how did this happen? How do we get there? And it was astrology and passion and love and divine timing and all of the beautiful things that we just kind of say hush hush to. I was having a conversation with a couple guys about awareness and how, coming into this life, I feel like I was full blown aware, like as a child, and just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then, our love for our families will, and not being told the truths of our, what our heart is capable of, and what our, mind, body, and soul are capable of. And I mean, it's just the times we're living in. It's evolving as it's supposed to, so there's no need to like worry or freak out. But there is a need to, I think, for all of us to step into what changes. No, that's funny though. Someone lost some keys earlier and I helped him find it. It's like the thing of the day. And Mercury's not even retrograde. It's Mercury's in Pisces. Pisces, we can be a little like, our mind can drift. Our communication. So yeah, I feel like it is definitely a time for us to step into what we're providing for, what our soul came here to do. And I know that sounds like a big job. That's where an astrology reading can help. And I love the ultimate package that I have. You can check it out again on Facebook, Divinely Genuine, where I incorporate your natal chart, a Reiki activation, and it's my own style of Reiki, and as well as the Gene Keys chart and human design. And I believe I include a current transits as well because I'm just trying to give as much information as possible as I'm guiding you guys to the information, and then we get to do what we will with it, you know. Gonna go ahead and pull some tarot. I got some crystals sitting over there, some Palo Santos and some sage. And yeah, so let's see, we have Mars in Gemini, and so not only is it spring, which is the new year, which is fiery, but you know, the Leo King's saying go. Now is the time, and he's really been the one that's guided me and led me on my spiritual path to be able to help me open this heart center, and it's just phenomenal, dude, phenomenal. Third eye, all the beautiful spiritual things. Like, I would be so lost without his guidance, and I'm so fucking forever grateful. And my heart genuinely loves him so much and resonates with him so much, and I appreciate what he's put together for all of us, and that he was able to do it in a time where there weren't a lot of people doing it, and it trips me out, you know, and thank God. And you know, I hate the terms like privilege and this and that. I hate any terms that freaking have to do with any kind of like division. I seriously do. And like, it's such bullshit though, you know. Privilege is, what does that even mean? We're privileged, all of us, to have the choice to spend the day meditating in the sun, to create something from our heart, to walk out of a store because they're requiring us to put on our mask, and we keep saying we want to diet anyway, you know. Like, there's just so many choices, and that is our privilege. But I thought of it because he's been able for himself to follow the path of astrology. I don't believe it's the easiest journey. It's a high calling, it's a divine calling. And, you know, for him, I'm sure it is. I think it runs in his family, and his mind as a manifesting generator is just like so amazing, right? And we're all here to like fulfill the roles. But it's not easy. Like, you know, it's religion frowns upon it, you know. It's been called foo-foo, woo-woo, all this stuff, you know. And so I love that he was able to build something so beautiful, a spiritual community that's really, really spreading the awareness. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And so I'm just so grateful for the people that have done the work and that have been able to make the money and to save the money and to be able to put that towards something. And not just the money though, that know the magic and the occult knowledge and have applied it. It came to my awareness, you know, things are reflections, right? So something came into my reality of like taking shortcuts. I forget this guy's name. It was on Facebook, it was a live, but it was about being present and kind of flowing with what was coming my way, but at the same time, not getting too distracted and taking on each notification, right? And if we're tuned in with ourselves, we can tell. But I'm forever grateful for that. So anyway, so yeah, Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, and it is the ruling planet of spring, and it is in Gemini right now with the North Node. So we really truly are taking action towards that destiny, and especially right now, 2021. And you know, it's going to be within your own space with that twin-like energy, spending the time needed. And in the outer, if you have that as well going on, in whatever ways these twin-like energies are coming, in whatever ways you're building on a logical, local level, you know, for where you're at in your path. The kings and queens and leaders of the world always utilize an astrologer to be able to help guide them. So no matter what your path's on, no matter if you don't know anything about astrology, if you just take the guidance of, okay, this is where we're at now, and this is where I'll be most supported, and not just talk about it, you know, or think about it, but actually start to apply it, we can really together make great shifts in frequency and all align better to where we're all going. If you have no clue what you're doing or where you're supposed to be, natal chart reading is a good start. I've separated because it's a passion to spread the awareness, very cheap, like $11, to do a what is it? Destined Path reading, which is your North Node, South Node, because that has been my greatest teacher, and it had to do with parenting and with building and very unique situations that a lot of people can it's a great awareness, and it's important to know what you're here to do, especially at this time, you know. And consciousness is interesting. A lot of people that are, especially here in California, progressive and conscious and already building, you guys can very much utilize astrology for when to make decisions and things like that. So Mars is in Gemini. We've got Venus on the last degrees of Pisces, and getting closer to the sun. Let's see. We've got, again, Mercury is in Pisces, and so Pisces is just very, so that makes, relating on a spiritual level, finding the spiritual connections, a spiritual community, as well as being careful not to escape too much with alcoholism and things like that. Pisces can do that. We want to escape and avoid meditating or prayer, whatever it is that you practice. And can take on drugs and alcohol and things like that. Let's see, Jupiter and Saturn, of course, in Aquarius, making it a very fast-paced, expansive, karmic, innovative time to do different things. And for each person, according to their chart, it shows up in a different way. And, of course, we've got Pluto still in Capricorn, which is creating and transforming our structures. And so yeah, crazy times, guys, crazy times. I don't have my stand with me. Let's see, I'll just do a shuffle. And Spirit, I thank you for this day. I thank you so much for getting me safely back to California AA, and for the beautiful souls that I've been able to connect with today, for the beautiful divine guidance, for the beautiful heart soul connections that I find. God, I thank you so much for the inner world, for the third eye, for this beautiful time of awareness. And I thank you that I've been able to discover our true home, which is the temple. And I ask that you would give us a card for this week. And so we've got the sun in at the bottom of the deck, which represents the subconscious mind. So we're all looking for that creative energy. We know we need to create. We're looking for that love energy as well. And the thing that's life-giving, right? And the card we got is the Empress. Very beautiful. The sun and Venus. So interesting. The subconscious and the conscious. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very cool. I like it a lot. The Empress, she knows her value. It's a 3 in tarot. She has learned her value. Her value is nurturing and caring, which is why she's holding that baby. It's in the enjoyment of life, like Taurus energy likes to just enjoy the food and the pleasure and the moments, right? And so very, very Sun and Venus cards, which makes sense for the week. I'd like to pull an animal spirit card. And we got Bee Community. That's right. Definitely sometimes with Aquarius energy, it's the humanitarian, which is groups of people, right? Not just going for a cause, but actually connecting to those groups. Though, with Aquarius energy, there's a duplicity, and they can become detached because they have to go problem solve, and the air sign needs space, right? But so definitely on point for the times as well. Bee Community. You are a powerful creator. I hope y'all can hear me. The guy's redoing the pond area over here. You're a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Oh, I love it so very much. We're going to take pictures of these cards. Mm-hmm. And earlier I got these two, which I'll share with you, and I guess that's all we're going to do for today. I got the Council of Light card, which is divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Blesses my heart so much. And then I got the healing card. And let me read that to you guys. Okay. We are in such a Mars patriarchy world. Like, truly. I mean, it really is about getting soft and filling in. And not so much go, go, go action. Fill into you and realize that the giving and receiving of love in all its many amazing... Go back over here in the beautiful sun. And it's fill into you and realize that the giving and receiving of love in all its many amazing shades of magnificence is the key to healing. Every illness is a symbolic message from one part of the self to another concerning your emotional responses. Concerning your emotional responses to life. Let yourself heal. Use your will, your intention, and your wisdom to understand with compassion. Your will, your intention, and your wisdom to understand with compassion. That's one of the mindfulness, just basic consciousness, right? It's crazy to be like highly intuitive and highly aware and then like get covered in all this like stuff that, no. And it's like basic consciousness, you know, mindfulness. And remembering that the intention is everything, right? Like my intention for this video is to spread awareness, to help others, to continue to push the light of astrology and the divination of tarot that continuously gets suppressed, and to be an open channel for you guys and to offer my services, not from a place of anything other than this is what I'm here to do, right? Let yourself heal, use your will, your intention, and your wisdom to understand with compassion the perceptions and experiences that you carry. Become intimate with you, and at the same time just wanting to help people wake up. Like, going into a store starts to become really disturbing for me at times. When they're like getting all over you about the mask. Like, geez, if you're protected with yours, I deserve the freedom to like have the choice. Anyway, become intimate with you before trying to help another. Respect the right of another to carry the pain they choose in order to find the truth of their higher self. Pain is the way your higher self gets your attention. So it's basically like, stop trying to save others because it's up to us. That's why it becomes a self-love movement, because it all becomes about energy. Pain is the way your higher self gets your attention. It is the way this amazing, wonderful universe that is you shows you where you hold imbalance. It is doing all it can to bring you into balance so you can fulfill your potential. All is perfect in this moment. Say a prayer for you guys. God, I thank you for this moment to be able to share love and share light through the consciousness of the internet. I hope, God, that it reaches all the hearts that it needs to. I hope that the ears are opened and that these will be the next bringers of light, that their awareness will be opened, that their third eye will be opened, that their heart space will be opened, and that they will take the risk to have courage to go deeper into why they are here. I love you, Light, Source, God, Lord, Divine Spirit. I thank you for my angels and guides. my higher self, and all who have shown me love and helped me along this path of surrender, who've opened their homes to me, who've opened their businesses to me, who've given me clothes, who've given me, oh my God, so much love. And most amazingly, the beautiful light workers at High Five who are helping, as well as Wake Tribe, who have helped me in so many ways to learn so much knowledge and to open my beautiful heart space, as well as the awareness. And I'm so grateful. And thank you, God, that I can also hold a frequency of light for myself and others. I thank you so much for love, for divine love, for synchronicity, for this beautiful phenomena of twin-like energy. There are times where I feel so blessed I can cry, and then there's other times where I'm crying because I feel so slow and dumb and ignorant and unworthy. And I realize that's all fear from living in a crazy society, and for whatever other excuses we want to blame. I love you, God, and I thank you so much for being aware and awake to be able to share this message and to be able to this life be on this side. And I just speak a blessing over everyone that I'm connected to and that they're connected to, that their higher selves and their angels and their guides would allow them to choose their self, to choose love, to choose vulnerability, to choose awareness, to choose sacred knowledge, so that we can really make great changes in what we see wrong on the planet. Thank you so much. I love you, Lord. Amen. Please book a service if you feel led on my Facebook page, Divinely Genuine, or my website, divinelygenuine.com. Peace.